Good afternoon, fuck knuckles, and welcome to the second episode of The Right Direction. In this episode, me and Chan are going to be having a quick conversation about toxic positivity and how it's ruining your dating life. Before going into a bit of a conversation about Seven News' article about the 15-year-old girl that was raped in Melbourne. And then we're going to go into a bit of a conversation about the New Sisters Battle Minis for those that are interested. Just discuss our feelings on them. So enjoy the episode. So, toxic positivity is a form of denial. When you tell someone to be positive, you're basically saying, my comfort is more important than your reality. Signs toxic positivity is ruining your dating life. Posted by Susan David, PhD.
PhD in what? Fucking
in fucking talking bullshit.
yeah.
So apparently we're qualified in that too. So we're at least at the same level as this bitch. So we should be fine for this conversation.
Mm,
But yeah, how fucking stupid is that? It's basically saying, don't attempt to try and cheer anyone up. So
Yep.
if one of your friends is having a shit day, fuck them. Let them wallow in their own self-pity. And you just
Don't need to
help
fucking
them
say
wallow in
nothing.
that self-pity.
Yeah, you feeling shit, bro? Oh yeah, nice.
Man,
What are you meant to say now?
I've noticed this trend since we were in high school of them just pushing this trend of making people try and believe that they're depressed than they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear this fits right into that category. Like I commented,
Yep.
I wrote a post ages ago saying how even the music of our time was designed to make us feel more depressed and emotional.
Yeah, 100%. All the emo genre, the scene, fucking scene.
That's exactly it. And then, like even these days, memes, man, the constant memes about me internalizing depression and all that shit.
Yep.
There's so many of them. You see people constantly posting them, being like, laughing. I've posted a few. You have a laugh. Like I find
Yeah,
some of
because
them
some of
funny.
them are funny. Like, yeah.
But nonetheless, it's this constant push to just remind everyone, no, life is shit, and stay in
We're
a
not healthy.
constant state of depression.
Yep.
Or
Part of that control
if you don't want to be in that depression, here's some antidepressants. Let's drug you
some
right the
meds.
fuck up.
Yep, that make shit worse 90% of the time. Anyway, like I seriously, I've probably out of all the people that have been like, oh, I'm on antidepressants, I like know one person that it worked for them. The rest it made it worse. Like, and that's because that person is one of those kind of people that like, oh, I take one Panadol when when I'm in pain, and then I'm pretty fucked. Like one of those kind of people.
Man, I've always been stating it since we were fucking young. I've never believed in depression as most people would state it. Like with the amount of people that were always like, "Oh, I'm depressed" and shit
I'm
like that.
depressed. I got depression.
Again, I
Yeah.
swear it just all started in that emo sort of phase that sort of happened when we were in high school, where people just started to believe, like even Doggers. I love Doggers, but he went through his whole depression thing just because he couldn't get a girlfriend. Like there might be more to it than that. I'm not sure, but at least from an outside perspective, that's what it seemed like. It was mainly over just not being attractive to women, and that sort of started that depressive phase that he went through.
Yeah, and like me personally as well, like after high school, at certain points, I was like, yeah, I feel like shit. I'm constantly shit and stuff and going on, and I'm like, but I'm not depressed.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I'm just having a shit fucking week.
That's it. Like humans have shit days. We have those shit days where it's just like, yeah, nah, life sucks at the moment, but you out of that when you fucking do something else. Like
yeah, and exactly, and like to touch on Doggers' thing, just for an example, like if fucking you can't get a missus for however fucking long, flip around, focus on something else.
That's it. Fucking spend your time focusing on guitar and whatnot.
Because the whole, as I was saying, man, about everything is belief. You're making yourself believe you're depressed, so you're going to become depressed.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, you're not now, but you will be if you keep saying, I'm depressed.
Yeah, I don't know. And this whole article just really doesn't help that sort of shit out, where it's just like, yeah, if your friend's having a shit day, just make sure you clarify to them, yeah, it's fine to be shitty. Like, no, not that it's fine to be shitty, but yeah, stay in that shitty mood. Yeah, fucking wallow in it. Enjoy it.
Yep. Like, to be honest, the reason I didn't click into it was because as I was reading the other comments, I seen one, and she was going on about, obviously the positivity and shit. And then she's like, but I learnt the difference between then and then in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what? Went up to the actual fucking article, and yeah, the bitch in the thing uses then like then something happens rather than
Okay.
like more than. And she's got a PhD, yet she doesn't know the difference between then and then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Nah.
not even going to bother with it. Like, yeah,
Yeah, like, don't
that
get me
chick was
wrong.
totally right.
I'm not gonna claim to be any stunning linguist or fucking professor in fucking English. Trust me.
Yeah, but you
Definitely
know
a
the
dumb
fucking
cunt.
difference between those two. Like,
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes, depending on how high I am.
yeah, I was going to say, when you're just smashing out fucking a sentence and stuff, sometimes you do just fucking
Yeah.
oops.
I
But
really don't give a fuck about my spelling and everything. Sometimes I'll just, fucking just type it out and just be like, oh, fuck it, post it how it is.
yeah, literally the only 2 times I care about it is if it's one, something official like businessy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or 2, that person that I'm talking to is like trying to be, I'm the smartest here. So in
Yeah,
other words, the moment I make any mistake, they're gonna hang on to it, kind of thing. That's the
yeah.
only 2 times that I'll check.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, fucking. Obviously, there is probably people out there with legitimate depression, like actual chemical imbalances within their brain.
Hundred
And
percent,
I've
because
always
it's
stated that. Like, you're going to have
yeah,
those
that's how
people.
they found depression, like because
But
of
there's
those
just
people.
there's just too many people that just get labeled to have depression because doctors are just too eager to give out, whether it be the new
Yep,
antidepressant or whatever, and they're getting paid to push it. So somebody comes in a little bit
is
anxious or something like that. Oh no, you just got depression or whatever. Here's some medicine. Fucking
yep, and because a lot of them, the GPs, man, they just do the whole like they think they know everything. They're the shit, so they'll just look at you and be like, "Yep, this is it. I'll write you this. Yep, here you
yeah,
go. Fuck off." Like when I went in for my skin, because
yeah,
I'm like, this is just spreading fucking everywhere instead of just being little pots and spots. And then the guy's just takes one look at it, literally gets me to lift my shirt up, and he's like, "All right, yep." Starts filling out a prescription thing for these creams and whatnot.
yeah.
And yeah, I tried the creams for fucking, I don't know, 6 months, and to me they were making it worse. So I was
Oh
just like, I'm
fuck.
not even gonna fucking bother with it. Went on to Google like recently when Tiny Man asked me about them,
Yeah,
and yeah, pretty much it's a like a fungus kind of skin
yeah,
condition,
yeah, for
but
sure.
it says it mainly occurs from too much yeast
Oh,
in your body.
so
So I'm
just
just
been
like,
laying off the bread and whatnot then.
yeah, I'm like, it's my diet, and
Yeah,
this cunt goes and just gives me
yeah.
creams and
Half the
prescriptions
time, a
for all
lot of
these
people's
different things.
ailments are fucking. They come down to diet and whatnot. But
Yeah, and I can realize that like a lot with a lot of my things where I'm like, ugh, I'm not that healthy. It's just yeah, because I don't exercise and I eat like shit.
yeah, I definitely think the conversation of big pharma and whatnot, a conversation for another time that we'll have to get into because I'm keen to do an episode
Yeah,
on that.
I'll definitely dig into Big Pharma with you. I
Oh yeah,
hate Big Pharma.
it'd be cool to do an episode on that. So anyway, second thing that I seen that definitely sparked my curiosity,
Mm.
and I'm gonna put out a trigger warning just in case anyone is listening to this that might get a little bit triggered because I'm probably gonna have a little bit of a rant about this. The 15-year-old girl that was raped.
Hmm. In the toilet.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So to me, that article that Seven News posted, very brief. Not much to it.
I didn't see 7 News. I just seen everybody else's.
Okay, well, it's very, very brief. They use the word allegedly a lot. So what it shows me is they're trying to cover their ass a fuck ton.
Yeah,
But
that's what you do when you use allegedly. It's like
yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
That's what I do.
But
I
I'm
use
just a little bit
apparently.
sus on the whole situation of it. As
Hmm.
this girl could have been actually sexually assaulted and raped and whatnot, and I'm not saying
Hmm.
that she wasn't.
Yep.
But the way that that article reads, and the fact that it was happened at 1:20 in the Arvo, happened at a toilet block near a supermarket. So assuming there's going to be people around,
Yep.
why did nobody? They're asking for witnesses, but in the first place, why did nobody see this as being sus? Seeing a 15-year-old girl, if they did see it, seeing a 15-year-old girl walk in, and then a 45-year-old man walk in after. So that immediately, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that she wasn't raped, but what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, I also don't trust a lot of these allegations these days because how many of them have been false.
Yup.
And I know 15-year-old girls are definitely dumb enough to potentially start chatting to a 45-year-old man and potentially go, "Hey, let's meet up at a toilet block." Because going with the article, she allegedly was followed into the cubicle where she was sexually assaulted, and then the man then walked the girl to a nearby hotel. Police allege. No, again, he just walks this girl to a hotel. He
Yeah,
doesn't.
people would have seen them both exit the toilet together then.
He doesn't just rape her in the toilet. He goes, "No, let's take this to another location with more witnesses." That doesn't fucking add up to me at all.
Yeah, because you've already attacked her, and now you're
Yes.
going to exit the crime scene to go
With
make another crime scene.
exactly, go walk past people. It's in Melbourne, so there's gonna be people around.
That's very valid.
And then she then alerted hotel staff, who called the police, and the man was arrested. On Thursday, he was charged with rape, sexual assault, and false imprisonment. Now, all those would check out if he definitely, not sure the exact definition of rape, but I do believe it's penetration.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it has to be with a penis. So he may have technically raped her if he was finger bashing her in the toilet or whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
But he's going to appear before court. Da da da. Yeah, the article sort of ends there. But yeah,
Where he's
I'm a little bit sus on the whole thing because it just seems a bit weird that he would be dumb enough to rape a girl in a toilet near a supermarket at fucking broad daylight time, like zenith time, and then not just do it in the toilet, decide I'm going to take her to a hotel and do it there where people are going to see us, we're going to check in, we're going to pay for the hotel.
Yeah, I was about to say you got to pay for it.
I personally think this 15-year-old girl met this guy online, started chatting to him, and then decided that maybe she did some things in the toilet, went, maybe she was a virgin, did some things, went, actually, no, I don't know if I like this. They got to the hotel. She started to regret it. She thought, how do I get out of this? And that was her way out.
It's the only way out. That guy would have been like, "What, baby? What? No, no. We're at the hotel now." And it comes down to exiting that fucking toilet. She didn't say a peep to no one.
Yeah, didn't start screaming or anything like that. Maybe,
But-
if you say anything, I'll kill you or something like that. But is he then actually going to kill her in broad daylight? What's he got, a gun, a knife or something
at
like
the
that?
mall
So,
in front of everyone.
again,
But even then, if he's threatened to fucking kill her or whatnot, why does she wait until she's at the hotel room to then contact somebody?
exactly, and
That
again,
threat is still
why would
applied.
this guy be dumb enough to do it? Unless maybe he always had the intention of killing her and no witnesses. No, that's stupid. They're gonna find her body, and then that same thing is gonna
Hotel
happen.
room, yeah.
Why would he be dumb enough? Maybe he is dumb enough, but I doubt it. I highly doubt this dude was dumb enough to take her to a hotel thinking that he's going to rape her. I believe this was already set up and that she had agreed
Yeah.
and she just wanted to get out of it right towards the end, and that's when she realized, no, this is bad what I'm doing. I need to get out of
The
it
only
now.
way out of it is to call rape.
I have seen videos on YouTube of the exact same situation. The dude wasn't
Yep.
45, he was like 20 something. But regardless,
That's what they do.
15-year-old girls are fucking stupid.
Yeah, they fucking cooked, man. And that's why I didn't play that game when I was fucking 16.
That's
Like,
exactly it. Like, you just,
yeah, like I'm fully aware of their fucking insanity.
But onto my final
Okay.
part though. Well,
Hmm.
second final part. I'm not going to get right into it, but again, self-defense in Australia, absolute bullshit. And she had had an option of mace or something like that. Maybe she wouldn't have been raped.
Or maybe if, she just fucking done something and anything.
Yes, that's exactly it. It's definitely a bit weird, but
Because it's a public toilet in a fucking shopping center.
yeah,
If she is getting her mouth fucking, I don't know, covered or whatever, sure, okay, that explains why it was silent. Nobody heard. But then you fucking left the building.
I'm gonna see if I can find out. I'll go on Google Earth and find the exact shopping center and see if I can find where these toilets are in retrospect to the shopping center and sort of see how busy it looks and whatnot. So if I do that, I'll put some pictures up in this edit to
Because
show everyone.
like, I'm thinking about the shopping malls that I've been to nearby.
Yep.
And to me, getting away with raping somebody in the public toilet
In broad daylight, nonetheless.
in broad daylight at 1 whatever is nigh impossible.
That's it. The whole thing just sounds stupid. And like I said, they're using the word allegedly a lot in the article. But
So that means there's fuck all evidence.
yeah, and that's why they're asking for people and whatnot. So I don't know. I think we may end up seeing maybe a bit of a reversal on this at some point in time after,
I had to have
after
a
the
laugh,
court
though.
case happens.
I did see some cunt in the comments being like,
Yes.
"Oh, this is why
I can read the
fucking-
exact thing out to you, Dip, if you like. And how much easier will it become with the onset of gender-neutral toilets to keep the woke satisfied?" Now you
And that-
clearly disagree with that comment, I assume.
Yeah, I commented on it.
Yeah. You said for all that I seen you comment, and I don't know whether you continued. You followed here into the female toilet. Obviously, the sign on the door doesn't mean shit. Definitely agree with you on that.
That's all I
The
said.
sign doesn't mean shit. But I do agree with his actual comment in the fact of gender neutral toilets would make it easier. Because I made this argument to Tani. She immediately was like, nah. And I said, well, think about this, right? If you see a woman walk into a woman's toilet, you don't think of anything about it. You see a man walk into a man's toilet, you don't think anything about it. If I was there and I seen that girl walk into the girl's toilet and then a man, I would have got sus. I would have been
Straight
like,
away.
they're either going to fuck or he's going to rape her. Now, if that
Yeah.
was a gender neutral toilet, maybe I would have gone, oh no, wait, it's just a gender neutral toilet. He's just going in there to go to the toilet. And then maybe I just don't worry about it. So that's why
That's what they want, though. Like,
yeah, they want those gender neutral toilets, and that's why I tend to sort of agree with the man's comment being, it will become easier with the onset of gender neutral toilets. And to that point, it would technically make it a little bit easier because maybe people just won't double think it as much seeing a man and a woman walk into a toilet. We generally see that. We go, they're either going to fuck, but with that age difference, oh man, I would have been running straight over there and calling the cops at the same time if I seen that.
yeah, no, definitely. Like, I don't even like fucking going into, like, say you got a fucking little, like, you're gonna have to do it. Your fucking daughter, man. You're gonna have to go into the girls' toilets with her.
Yeah, well, see,
I don't like doing that with children.
I literally said that's why I'm gonna be happy when she gets to that age because I can just make Tani do it all. I just be like, nah, babe, she's she's a girl, so you go do your girl thing.
Yeah, girl thing.
But yeah, so the overall, the whole situation, I'm definitely a little bit sus on. And allegedly, I'll say allegedly, she may have allegedly met up with this man with the pre-notion of wanting to have sex. And then may have just regretted it, allegedly. Potentially. She may have done this.
Fucking. Yeah, I'm on that boat. Because, as you said, fucking 15-year-old, fucking. And like, I was on the whole, oh, he's just a creeper page until you mentioned that they went to a fucking hotel.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, as soon as
that changes everything.
At that first glance of what the article is titled, like, man fucking rapes
girl in toilet. Yeah,
it's like, oh shit, immediately that's pretty fucked up. But yeah, like I said, man, as soon as I clicked into that article, I noticed it was very sparse. There was an ad bigger than all the text combined, basically, in the fucking post.
Yeah, which that in itself says something about fucking the seriousness of the article, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's just, and like I said, I've seen videos of cops tracking down 15-year-old girls, going and saving them from engaging in fucking sex with older dudes. We know that girls are dumb enough. Even we know from high school how many girls were fucking older dudes purely for car rides and shit like that.
It's crazy.
It happens. 15-year-old girls are fucking dumb, and maybe she didn't know he was 45. Maybe maybe she thought he was 30 or something like that. And, she got there, he come in there fucking looking all 45-year-old, and she was like, oh, look, I don't know if I want to do this now. And then she's like, yeah, let's go to a hotel room, love.
Like,
and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I don't know, this guy's dick smells like fucking sardines.
And fucking flakes falling off it. Like, yeah, 100%. And she's just hit the fucking old stop button.
Yeah, she hit that E-stop and just like fucking halt the line. And now this guy, this potentially innocent dude, well, not innocent because he was going to fuck a 15-year-old. Regardless, he's a fucking dirty pedophile. Yeah. So like, let's definitely get that out there. Like, this cunt is filth and should be done.
Still a creeper.
Should be done definitely for something, but he might not necessarily he
Full
shouldn't
rape.
necessarily be done for the things that he's being alleged
And,
in the way that they're being alleged.
yeah, being a creeper is one thing for into 16-year-olds, but then actually raping a 16-year-old is totally different.
That's
Like,
exactly it. Like if they're as much as they're willing, because how old do you have to be before you can actually engage in sex and know what you're doing? Like before you're mentally mature enough. Like
it's meant to be 16.
yeah, so it's
Well,
yeah.
here.
Well, yeah, here in Japan it's like 13.
Yeah, 13, 14, something like that. But like, that's fair enough because they don't fuck it enough as it is. So
Yeah.
lower the age, then maybe it might
Try
entice them.
encourage it. Well, at least we will at least encourage pedophiles to have sex.
And they can keep our population strong.
Yeah. So
Mr. Chang.
yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where this goes though.
Yeah, yeah. The whole fucking situation. It's like those two fucking. I don't know if you've seen both of those things, like the woman who stabs her partner and the woman who had sex with a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, yes, I did
You
see. I
yeah,
did
you
see the.
reacted to that one.
Yeah, I seen the 14-year-old one. Yeah, that was. I didn't actually read the argument, the article fully, but I'd seen the post and I was like, yeah, that's fucking trash. Like,
Yeah, well,
of course,
as
a
I said,
woman gets away with it.
the court, man. It says in the article that the
Yep.
court was aware that she lured him and another boy to her house.
Wow.
She lured them with water because they were playing footy. And she's like, "You guys want some drinks?" Blah blah blah. And yeah,
It shows you the extreme double standards and the extreme lack of fucking competence that our it was Australian, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, well, either our or wherever it is legal system, like just the sheer incompetence of it.
Because yeah, and the other one down a bit was a woman stabs her partner and killed him, and
And
they
then,
dropped it from
yeah, they
murder
dropped it
to
because she claimed
manslaughter.
fucking mental like issues, whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
she was remorseful.
yeah. Fucking bullshit. Bitch should be done to the full extent she murdered that dude. Who cares if she's got fucking like some mental issues because of fucking depression or whatever the fuck she claimed? Some
Mhm.
bullshit.
And like I just said, I'm like, it reminds me of the pedophile that got unlawful penetration of a minor instead of rape.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It makes you wonder
So
how good that lawyer was or how fucking bad these legal systems are sometimes.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's like, fuck, is this lawyer just fucking king shit or is the system fucked?
Yeah, tend to go with the latter.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I can't wait for mass genocide and have it downgraded to multi manslaughter.
Multi manslaughter. Multi manslaughter. I love it. Oh,
But yeah,
shit.
like, it's fucked, man. It is so fucked. How,
Yeah.
like, especially with women nowadays, like the crimes that they're getting away with, it's like, if that was a bloke, he'd be in jail for the next 30. Like,
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, maybe. I won't say definitely because who fucking knows? Again,
yeah, it depends the crime. Like, yeah.
sometimes, yeah, you really got to wonder. But other times, people do actually get done appropriately and fucking serve decent time.
Oh,
But
look, I'm not gonna lie though. The last time I've seen somebody get done fucking properly and serve decent time, like, I can't even recall.
yeah, well, we're obviously not seeing them all because the amount of
Yeah,
cases
yeah.
that be happening and people getting done and whatnot. But like, for instance, I
Not
do
even to the
believe
full
fucking
extent.
the dude that killed Pete, he got fucking a fair decent amount of time. I don't remember exactly how much, but like he's definitely serving a life sentence as far as
Yeah, and then
penal
I
column.
just think that that's because it's a man killed a man.
Yeah.
If it was a woman who stabbed Pete, she'd still be fucking out there.
Oh yeah, no doubt they would have claimed self defense or something like that.
Yeah, oh, Pete intimidated her because he's so tall.
Or again, she would have got away with the whole "I'm mental, I'm crazy" as this guy tried to plead.
See, it's like, don't try to plead crazy, act crazy. There's a difference. Like, because if you're sitting there, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm crazy. This is the plea I'm going for. It's like, right. But if you're sitting there talking to nobody that's sitting next to you and you're saying that your invisible lawyer will represent you,
What we'll do is we'll end this episode on a nice positive. Maybe not positive. I don't know. You seen any of the new Sisters of Battle minis, Dip?
I seen actually some of the knights, yes, whatever their name was. It's like the exosuit or something.
All right. So scrolling down, what do you think of this this character? Morvain Val?
Yeah, Morven.
Morven?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying these Walker things. A lot of people have been picking on them, but I actually think
No,
they look pretty
yeah,
dope.
um, I'm on you with that one because I didn't see the close-ups
Yep.
as we go down here, so that's fucking
Yeah, but I love this. Person, female, I think it is. Yeah,
not
and
Astrid and Thurgon.
fucking the custodian design to the overall battle suit just makes it look so fucking
Oh, in
nice.
general.
I got a punch on for custodies. Obviously, I love me
Yeah,
custode
yeah,
boys.
yeah. I didn't even think of that, but now that you say it, yeah,
Yeah, it
100%.
says in the article, as if it wasn't enough of the ringing endorsement, Val is held in such high esteem by the Adeptus Custodes that they granted her stewardship of the fabled Lance of Illumination, a legendary blade which she can sweep aside the unclean or pierce even the foulest hide with ease. Yeah, pretty dope.
That's cool, but I have an issue with the length of the blade.
It's quite long, isn't it? Like the hilt, sorry, is quite long, and the
Yeah,
blade itself is quite short and a little bit not thin, but it's not very widthful.
yeah, it's definitely more
Could
spear.
for 40k, it could be a little bit more chunked out.
Yeah, or just a bit more longer.
I do feel sorry for her because it looks like she can only equip it with the one hand, being that her other hand has a heavy bolter there. So
That's yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
attached fully.
would technically hinder her a little bit in combat, but nonetheless, the model's still dope.
Yeah, because
It's
then
40k, so real cool.
yeah, because then right after she's just going to be one hand punching. I mean,
Yeah.
sure she can punch with the fucking shielded gun, but
Yeah,
nowhere near as effective.
scrolling down, this banner bearer. God, I
Mm,
hate the head on this thing.
yeah,
I
I was
really
just
enjoy the
about to
rest of the model. I heard some people criticizing that the banner's not open enough, but I sort of actually like that design of her sort of holding the
yeah,
bottom of it closed a bit.
yeah,
But yeah,
I
that
really fuck
head and
about
that
it.
hairline is fucked.
Yeah, like she's bald under there, 100%.
It's just like a badly placed wig.
Yeah, yeah, I really, and like to me, those eyes, and like yeah, there's not enough expression. She's kind of just like ah, like
Yeah,
her
yeah. It's like she's more like
eyebrows.
she's sighing than like screaming anything.
Yeah, those eyebrows look. They need to go in like an angry
Yeah.
fucking.
Got no complaint with the little boy that's with her. I reckon he looks pretty dope.
Yeah, his face. He looks fucking serious. He looks fucking.
Staff could be a little bit more ornate, but that's really the only thing I'd say I don't like about it. Other than that,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
nice.
like the fucking simplicity of the thing. Like, as a priest, you look at fucking. I assume he's a priest.
Yeah,
What is he?
some
Does it say? Well, anyway, yeah, it needs to be more like I'm gonna hold this thing up, blind people with my radiant light stuff.
nah, wouldn't be too hard to do a swap on it though. That would be the good thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice and out there, so it wouldn't be too hard to replace something else. Scrolling down, the Dogmata. I fucking hate this model. I don't like any really thing about it except the candles. Candles look pretty dope.
Was gonna say I like the mace, except
It's not too
the
bad.
the top part of the number one or the eye, whatever that's meant to resemble, like just
Oh,
above the sun looking part.
yeah, yeah,
Like to me, that makes the only part of the mace useful is the center because they've just squared off
yeah,
at the end to make an eye or number
yeah,
one, whatever.
for sure. But don't get me wrong, you have a bit more blunt force on those other parts for combat if you need a bit more blunt than the spikiness of the mace sort of gives you. But yeah,
Anyway,
I hate the head on this thing. I hate how many rivets it has everywhere and buttons, and I hate the stance of it. It's
yup.
I hate how chunky it looks because it's just covered in robe.
And her arms, because they're coming straight down from the
Yeah,
pauldrons,
her fingers look
like
unnaturally long.
on the left hand especially, that wigs me out. Just it could be the photograph because it's dead
Yeah,
straight
just the
on.
way that's been shot. Hopefully, the model
Yeah,
does look better. Out, it could be the paint job in the face that really turns me off, and the fact that they've highlighted every rivet in silver. I don't know if that really needed to be done, but
because yeah, as you said, it goes to buttons on clothes and then the rivets on the armor. It's a bit extra.
going down, Palatine's dope. I like this model. I reckon she looks pretty cool. face is a little bit weird, but
Yeah, I was just about to say, except for the face.
most sisters' faces are a little bit weird. It's very rare that they'll get one that looks fucking mint. But other than that, yeah, slap
I'm
a
gonna
helmet on this bitch
ask.
if you wanted. Only other thing, yeah, that I could complain about is the way that little loop, that those rosary looking bead things that she got, the way they sit in the hand. Just think it looks unnatural. The way that it sort of loops up like that.
She should be holding the top of it, kind of thing.
And they should be sort of more flowing down or something like that.
Yeah,
Going backwards if she's running.
yeah, definitely. I was gonna ask, fucking, because Space Marines have gene seed. Do these bitches have gene seed?
No.
No, because I was gonna say, is that why they kind of look so manly yet feminine? Because the gene seed
They got like
is male.
they're like not superhumans. They don't have any of their genetic augmentations. I don't think that like Space Marines get. They're like, don't
Ah,
get me wrong.
okay.
They're like peak performance and whatnot. And actually, I think they do have some sort of nodes that their power armor connects in with on their skin, because I think they had some on the Repentor models. I think so. There might have been a change in the law there or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. These next models, what are they? The fucking Celestine Secrescence?
Celestian
Celest.
secrescents, I'd say. Yeah, secrescent.
Yeah, fucking G dub in their goddamn words.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty dope. Got
yeah,
really.
Mace is gay.
Yeah, Mace is probably a little bit plain. That's about it. But
Like, yeah, that's just a fucking. That's more of a hammer.
yeah, like what probably would have made them look a bit nicer if they had some more delicate scroll work and whatnot, sort of going up the halves or on the heads or something like that. Made them just, just some more filigree, make them look a little bit more sistery, and they probably would have looked a little nicer, a little bit plain.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
actually, I like that one. One left from the first one.
yeah,
She's got the bolt gun shield pointing
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
and the
mace
mace
pointing.
down, yeah,
Yeah,
that's dope.
I love her buttoned up
Yeah,
fucking
good stance and everything.
thing. Yep.
Good
The
power
face is a
stance,
bit
just
fucking
ripping
weird from
rounds
this
out of that
angle.
bolter. It's dope.
The cape flowing.
And it looks
Because the
like,
original, she doesn't have the whole button thing buttoned up.
yeah, you're right. More open. Yeah, nah, they look fucking. Yep, they definitely look cool. Bits
Yeah.
of fucking so much sisters things. Down to the Paragon war suits themselves. Yeah, like I said earlier, I enjoy them. I think I don't know if I'm a big fan of the way that they got painted in these with the full edge highlight like that. It's, I don't know. I think maybe it's a little bit jarring. They might look a bit nicer with a bit simpler of a black rather than highlighted up to such a sort of intense grey like that. Makes the thigh plates sort of almost look like they're glowing.
Yeah, and I was going to say the same with the shoulder pads. I love the orange and black towards the bolter gun. That's fucking nice. And the lower part of the shins, they look like much darker.
Yeah.
See the sword. Yep, I'm good with that sword.
Oh yeah. Like nice amount of filigree and sort of rune work on the inside. Flamers look cool with the way they've sort of done the brazier tips.
Ah, yep. I was like, Flamer, where's that?
And then yeah, fucking last model is the Castigator, the new tank. Basically just looks like a fucking predator with a couple of different front on it and some nice sistery accoutrements.
Yeah, the little statues in the side.
Not a big fan of how thick those exhaust pipes are going up to the braziers. That's probably one of my only real hates about it. Other than that, I don't like these sisters' heads with the helmet halfway up. I fucking can't stand it.
That's very IG.
Same as there's a Space Marine captain who's he's Blade Guard captain, I'm pretty sure, and he's one of his heads has an option where the visor's up like that as well, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
It's
neither
meant to
do I.
it's meant to sort of have that more old school knightly helmet look about it, but I'm just not a fan.
Yeah. And with the sister, I kind of don't mind it because I just like the helmet in general. But I'm gonna say I didn't know they could physically do that. Like I didn't know they could slide up.
Yeah, it's definitely something that's being more put into the law, that actually showing that faceplates and visors and all that are detachable and whatnot. Same as the custody helmets. If you have a look at a custody helmet, they got a plate in the back of the head, and it just looks like it's meant to be part of the helmet. But if you look at a custodian with an unhelmeted head, they've got the exact same plate in the back of their head. It's directly in the back of their head. So when you think about it, that back part of the helmet is just the back of their skull. So that plate would want to be
Yeah.
heavily armored, or else if they copped a round like in that back part, it'd just be an open spot for a round to go in.
Yeah, fuck. I haven't looked at the backs of their heads enough.
Yeah, nah, like fucking, it's one of those things that you don't notice unless you're building custodies and you're looking at parts and then you go, oh, that's actually technically the back of their head.
Yeah, fuck.
And then if we also take into account that I do believe the custodies' face plates are also removable, there's the helmet of a custody would look extremely actually weird without the face plate and that back part out.
Kind of see it now, to be honest. Reckon that'd look alright. And one thing I did notice on these fucking paragons is a couple of them have a little pistol and pistol holster. So when they lose their sword, they could draw the pistol.
Oh,
The slut at
okay.
the top doesn't have one.
Yeah, I just noticed that little pistol on the side. That's interesting.
Yeah, and like it makes the whole losing the weapon concept way cooler because just go to your sidearm.
Or even if they have to bust out, like Paragon gets down to a certain degree, pull that piece out, unstrap,
Yeah,
jump out of that bitch, and then go on foot.
yeah, with this fucking slightly larger pistol because it almost looks too small for the mechanical hand, but then too big for her hand. Like,
Yeah, I wonder if it's basically just like a bolter size. Because I assume these ladies are gonna be what, a bit taller than like an aggressor or a Terminator or something like that.
yeah,
Say what size bases they're on. I assume 40s, maybe 50s actually.
they'd definitely be tall.
It's like what, basically like double the size of a normal sister.
Yeah, and it's looking like fucking those mini Grey Knights. Like,
Yeah, like the fucking dreadnoughts. Sorry,
yeah, yep.
baby carrier. And this closes out the episode. Hope you enjoyed the talk about the toxic positivity and why you should never try and encourage your friends to feel a bit better when they're feeling down. Maybe you've got some thoughts about the 15-year-old girl in Melbourne. You might think I'm wrong. You might agree with me. This is the Battle Minis. They're pretty good. But that ends the episode, so enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Catch you on the flip side.